Welcome in Probability Theory Part 16. In this part, we are going to discuss random variable and probability distribution. It is one of the important chapter in probability for class 12. एक most important है random variable and probability distribution. So first of all, try to understand what is random variable, and then we understand probability distribution. Let there is a sample space S associated with a random experiment. That there is a random experiment and S be its sample space. Okay. Now, a real valued function, we have read function in class 12 calculus. If in generally we denote function by writing f, here we for random variable we denote function by writing x, capital X. Let x be a real valued function which assign each x, suppose any element x is there in this sample space, which assign each x with x in this set of real number. Here is suppose set of real number. X is a sample space for a random experiment. Capital X is a real valued function which assign each x with a real number. Then this function is called a random variable. Let me write. If S be a sample space associated with a random experiment, let S be a sample space associated with a random experiment. Then a real valued function x, then a real valued function x which assign each x. If x be a sample space associated with a random experiment, then a real valued function x which assign each x belongs to capital X element, to a unique real number this. Capital X is a real valued function which assign each x with a unique real number. This is a unique real number x whose image x, which assign each x with a real number this is called a random variable, which called a random variable for the experiment. So what is random variable? Random variable is a real valued function. It is nothing but a function which assign each and every element of the sample space with a unique real number. So in other word, we can say random variable is a function. In other word, we can say random variable is a function. Random variable is a function from sample space to set of real number. In other word, we can say random variable is a function from sample space to set of real number, or a function whose domain is the sample space. So random variable is a function defined from sample space to set of real number, or in other word, we can say random variable is a function whose domain is the entire sample space. Sample space is the domain for this function. So random variable is nothing but a function whose domain is sample space of an experiment. If we define a function from sample space to set of real number, then that function is called random variable for the experiment. So I think you have understand what is called random variable. Now let us see an example. Let us consider an experiment tossing 3 coins together. Let us consider an experiment. Let us consider an experiment tossing 3 coins together. Let us consider an experiment tossing 3 coins together. Then what will be the sample space? When 3 coins tossed together, then what will be the sample space? Sample space may be all 3 head, maybe all 3 tail, maybe 2 head, 1 tail, maybe 2 tail, 1 head. In this way. So this will be the sample space for the experiment tossing 3 coins together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 elements are there in the sample space. These are, you can say, events of the sample space. Now let me rough. I think you have written it. If not written, write down. See, sample space for the experiment tossing 3 coins together can be written in this way: head, 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 tail, 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 head, head, tail, tail, head, 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 tail, head, tail, tail, head, head, tail, 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 head, tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 possible outcomes. The sample space may be written in this way as a closed curve, and all the elements written inside the closed curve. Achha. Now let x be a random variable. X be a random variable. Random variable means it is a function from simple space to set of real number. Let x be a random variable such that, इस तरह से है ये कि by this random variable image of x will be number of heads, where small x is an element of let x be a random variable such that by that random variable image of x will gives you number of heads, where small x belongs to capital X. Means x is the random variable which assigns each element of the sample space with number of heads. x से ये जो फंक्शन है रैंडम वेरिएबल, उससे हर एक एलिमेंट का इमेज होगा नंबर ऑफ हेड्स. मीन्स x will associated with number of heads. Then by this function this will associate with 3 because 3 heads are there. This will associate with 0, number of head is 0. This will associate with 2 head. This will also associate with 2. This will associate with 2 head. This will associate with 1 head. This will also associate with 1 head. This will also associate with 1 head. In this way we get the function. Or we can write it by this function image of head for this image is 3, because this function is defined as x will gives you number of head, x assigned with number of head. X is a function such that by this function image of each and every element will associated with number of heads. So x h means by this random variable image of this will be number of head. Here 3 heads are there, so this will associated with 3. X t this will associate with 0 because there is no head, number of heads 0. X head tail, this will associate with 2 because 2 heads are there. X t h this will also associate with 2. Head tail head, this will also associate with 2. Tail head, this will associate with 1 because 1 head. Head tail, this will also associate with 1. tail, head, tail, this will also associate with 1. So in this way we can write, or it is also written as, इसको ऐसे भी लिखते हैं px equal to 0, it is a symbol. Px equal to 0 means probability of those events for which value of x is 0. Px equal to 0 means probability of those events for which x equal to 0, means probability of those events having number of heads 0, because x assigns with number of heads. x तो number of head को बताता है, तो जिसमें 0 heads होंगे उनका probability, means probability which events having number of heads 0, this is the events having number of heads 0, so its probability. So what will be probability of t? Obviously it is 1 by 8. In the sample space 8 elements are there. Out of 8, t is the single element. So probability of getting this event is 1 by 8. Px equal to 1. Px equal to 1 means probability for x equal to 1. Means probability of those events having one head. Means it is probability of the event having one head. This or this or this. These are the events having one head. So what is the probability of getting this? 3 out of 8. Probability of getting 2 heads is written as px equal to 2. Px equal to 2 means probability of getting these events having 2 heads. Yes. So it is also 3 by 8. Px equal to 3 means probability of those events having 3 heads. So is the only element having 3 heads. So its probability is 1 by 8. So this is one notation in case of random variable. And now this can be arranged in this way. If we write x and here px, values of x 0, 1, 2, 3. Here random variable x में takes which values? 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. x का क्या क्या वैल्यू आ सकता है? 0, 1, 2, 0 आ सकता है, 1 आ सकता है, 2 आ सकता है, 3 आ सकता है. So we can say here random variable x may takes the values 0, 1, 2, 3. ऐसा लिख सकते हैं. Clearly x is the random variable, takes values, क्या क्या वैल्यू ले सकता है ये? 0, 1, 2 और 3. इससे ज़्यादा तो नहीं होगा, 4 हेड तो हो नहीं सकता. So now this can be written as, if we write the values of x in this way 0, 1, 2, 3 and px means their corresponding probabilities. For x equal to 0 probability is 1 by 8. For x equal to 1 probability is, for x equal to 2 probability is 3 by 8. For x equal to 3 probability is 1 by 8. So in this way we can arrange the values of the random variable and its corresponding probabilities. We can arrange it. This is what? This is called a distribution. So this distribution is called probability distribution. This is called probability distribution of the random variable x. And obviously from here, if you see it properly, if you take summation of all the probabilities, this means 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 8, it will gives you 1. Always sum of all the probabilities will always gives you 1. So this is what is random variable and its probability distribution. Now few more results related to random variable you must see. So for that, let me rough this part. Now see, now if suppose x may takes the values x1, x2, x3 up to xn, x का वैल्यू सपोज x1, x2, x3, xn एंड इट्स कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग प्रोबेबिलिटीज, और इसका ये px इक्वल टू x1 का प्रोबेबिलिटी सपोज p1 है, इसका प्रोबेबिलिटी p2, इसका प्रोबेबिलिटी p3 है, इस तरह से pn है. Then this is the symbol, it is read as x bar, is called mean of random variable x, or it is written as ex sometime, or it is called expected value, expected value of x, random variable x, and is defined as summation pi xi, I equal to 1 to n. This is called mean of the random variable x, or expected value of the random variable x. It is written as x bar or ex. It is summation pi xi, means this into this plus this into this plus this into this and so on, will gives you the mean of the random variable x. Also we can write variance of x, variance of random variable x. It is written as var x and is defined as it is summation of pi into xi minus x bar its square, I equal to 1 to n. Variance of x is defined as summation pi into xi minus x bar. X bar is mean. We take the difference of each variable with its mean, then square, then it will multiply with corresponding probabilities and their sum will gives you variance of random variable x. After simplifying, this can also be written as, इसको सिंप्लीफाई करने से ऐसा आता है pi xi square minus I equal to 1 to n. इसको सिंप्लीफाई करने के बाद ये आता है समेशन pi xi स्क्वायर, यानी कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग जो वेरिएबल्स हैं उनका स्क्वायर के साथ p1 का प्रोडक्ट होगा, माइनस उसका पूरा समेशन होगा माइनस एक्स बार का स्क्वायर. दिस विल गिव्स यू वेरिएंस. ये वेरिएंस का फॉर्मूला होता है. समेशन पी आई एक्स आई स्क्वायर आई इक्वल टू 1 to n माइनस उसका मीन का स्क्वायर. दिस इज कॉल्ड वेरिएंस ऑफ द रैंडम वेरिएबल एक्स. एंड स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन of random variable x is given by root under variance x. variance x ये जो है ना इसका स्क्वायर रूट लेंगे, so that is called standard deviation of the random variable x. So this is what is random variable, its probability distribution, mean of a random variable, variance of a random variable, and standard deviation of a random variable. In the next video, we solve some problems related to random variable and its probability distribution. So in this video, this much, you must see part 16 for random variable problems based on random variable and its experiment. Thank you.